Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Field of Glory Empires, episode number 14. Episode 13 hasn't gone out yet. It's going to go out in, just a few hours. But I haven't seen feedback from that yet. I did see already some feedback from the big battle, and yeah, it was kind of a weird one, wasn't it? Some people said it was great. I want to see more. Some people were kind of understood that because it's so long, it won't be seen as much. This is really nice, 18 culture for 0.25 decadence. I mean, if you do the math on that, that's 2.5 max decadence increase, because you lose 10% of your decadence. So, I mean, it should level off as just generally a 10% in, whatever decadence increase this says, if you multiply it by 10, that will be the resting value that you can expect from this. Now, if we're expecting, if we want to do CDR, culture to decadence ratio, CDR of 18 to 2.5 is enormous. It's something like 7 to 1. So this is obviously a really good thing. And why is it that way? Just because we happen to have a bonus from cattle and horses. But the loyalty bonus might actually be important. The other thing I obviously really want is this 0 slot usage anchorage, but I feel like that's secondary right now to loyalty and culture. Just feels like a better building overall, so we'll go with that. And this is actually a pretty nice area, at least it will be as soon as we get the province for it, with the preceptor house that we're probably paying out the nose for the papyrus. Oh wow, we were able to get papyrus. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so what else do we have? We have a few other places which have finished stuff, like Phoenicia. Let's see what decisions we have over here. Okay, so we only have one slot left here. There's this noble district, but this increases decadence by a significant amount. Usurr gives us money, does not take up a slot, which is kind of important, but it has a loyalty penalty. Now this is Phoenicia happens to be one of my most loyal provinces, so it's actually not something I'm too concerned with. It gives us a lot of good money. I mean, there's a lot of good reasons why you might choose this. Now we're gonna expand in about 7 turns. I think my best choice here is just to go with Smokehouse, give us food and health. So we'll go with that. And is that everything? I guess so. Now, let's stop and take a look at the bigger world for a moment. Rome is almost complete. They're starting to take Sicily. A lot of fragmenting and rejoining. The Marcomanni are now one of the most powerful tribes. The Goths continue to be like a stable, big threat. Iberia doesn't seem like it's grown very much. This Gaetuli looks pretty big, but it's mostly, I would say, small population areas. We have the Nasimones, Cyrene. This is like low population zone, so I don't think that size here matters quite as much. Ptolemy Egypt appears to have is actually shrinking. They started with this and this and this and this, so they've lost 3, maybe 4 territories over here. It doesn't look like the south has given them that much of an issue. Arabia doesn't look like it's infringed on the Nabateans. Now Judea has actually gotten huge. They're actually doing quite well. The Seleucids have a enormous, and I mean literally enormous, problem with Maria. Maria is enormous. It's all the way up to here. Saka is, I think, are they allied with the Marians? No, but I mean, I don't know if they're on bad terms. Anyway, Saka and Maria are both at war with the Seleucids. And I think they're just kicking the Seleucids' butt. So what I want to do in the meantime is I want to get in on that action. There's also 2 other like small kingdoms that we can try to take over. Did it bug out? I don't know why it's not showing. Anyway, if they're Hellenic at all, if we have enough Greek people in there, it's good for us to take. So this is not a good example. I mean, this is such a nothing province. It's not even going to grow. It's just like terrible. Probably not one we want to take. We'll take this one. This is also not a very good one, but... And I didn't off camera, I should have, but I did not off camera micromanage all this. Okay, so for example, wow, we're not going to get any food growth. Well, I don't think we need the extra culture, but I mean, hell. We have no reason not to do it, right? And I think that a little bit of the culture ends up being used as money, but I'm not sure. I don't know why the food is just so low on gains. But we'll spread it around because we're going to finish this in one turn anyway. Okay, so because I'm now looking possibly at attacking the Seleucids, look at we have two choices. Go north through the Bosporans, but this is going to divide my empire into two disconnected parts, which I'm not a big fan of. I mean, the Bosporans are a very good people for us to consider attacking. Ooh, we see their fleet. What do they have? Yeah, they just have light warships, so we can easily take care of that. I mean, I mean, it's a pretty sizable fleet, all told. Which sounds like a fun use for all our ships. But again, I don't really know if I want to... I don't really know if I want to go north and then have two disconnected. I'd rather move all the way up and connect. In order to move up, we're going to have to go through the Seleucids eventually. I mean, I guess we don't have to. We could just have Armenia, Colchis. I don't know. I think this is a really good time for this to attack the Seleucids. They're probably going to start falling apart. We can get the one I really, really want. No. Is... Yes. One of these has papyrus. I clicked on it. This one. This is the one I want very, very, very badly. Because having papyrus in our control would be pretty important. Nuts and seeds. Honey is not bad. Lead can get laid to a lead mine. Silver, huh? Sounds good. No trade good here, which is a little disappointing. And silk, wow. So there's a few good provinces over here we would like to, I mean, given the opportunity, why not, right? And I think the Seleucids are at war with both of these people. So we kind of should have some advance notice. If these disappear, we'll know the Seleucids are after us. So my idea right now is... I wonder which of these is closest to this. I think we'll move an army here. And our fleet, I mean, it can do whatever it wants, really. It's not needed anywhere. Let's just move it into port. If the Bosporans attack us, I'm very, very confident in our success, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, so we've done our magic. We've spent our typical 10 minutes on the first turn. But I did want to revisit the strategy. Actually, it's me deciding on the fly while I'm talking through it, though, to attack the Seleucids. It was in the back of my mind, but yeah, I think that I'm confirming at least now the analysis I've done, and it seems to make sense. Let's go ahead and do it. So just make sure everyone has... Yep, something to build, and next turn. And I think, unfortunately, we have a lot of buildings completing. We'll see how we're doing with CDR. Probably in the top. Did I send my pirates home? I guess I did. I forgot I was going to do that. Okay, yeah, so we moved up 3 positions. I don't know if we got a progress token if we were already at 4. I've kind of lost track. I think we were already at 4. So we definitely don't need the more CDR. We should just be pumping that into money. Honestly, we don't have that much money. We could definitely do with more. Merchants and patricians spend metal to acquire money or manpower. We have so much metal. It's a really interesting question what we want to do with that. We're going to do something with it. We're going to sell it, but... and then you can spend money to acquire metal or manpower, which is a little bit weird because it's 1,000 money and we don't have 1,000, so strange. Okay, so let's start marching through these buildings. So this one finished in a single turn, the Thimla, and we got Crafter District. Well, that's not terrible. I think I'm going to go, I'm almost positive, oh man, Herbalist is also quite good. I don't know how many hemp fields we have. I think we'll probably go with Herbalist. Wow. Well, I mean, it is a slot. It is a useful slot. So maybe we'll go with Palisade to start because we don't really know what we want to do here. I was thinking Herbalist because of the manpower boost, but our manpower is not doing that poorly. And a Palisade is always a nice thing to see. So you know what? Let's just do the Palisade. Put one more person into money. In fact, I think we'll even put 2 people into money. Okay, up here. You desperately need loyalty stuff. Street parlor. Money, culture. I mean, this is going to help. It's something to start with. Just want to see what the other ones are. Preserved food is a good... preserved food store is a good thing, but... yeah, we already know what we're going to do. I'm just checking the other options. Ooh, we do have a bonus for iron and flax with armor. That's something we'll probably want to do in the future. Yeah, but money, culture, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the street parlor. We want to start getting the culture buildings built up. And it's only going to take 1 turn to build, which is nice. Looks like we had a sudden increase in population. Great. It's been happening to us a lot. I think we maybe correctly emphasized or maybe even overemphasized the number of health buildings. Except for with the territory we just acquired, obviously. We didn't prioritize anything until now because we just got it. But they don't have any health buildings here. Another smokehouse. Well, I'm a little reluctant for that. We're going to go with Iron Mine for sure. Cold Side is nice. Conversion bonus, well, that's not super important. We are only dealing with slaves. Okay, so let's go with the Iron Mine. It's only, what, 3 infrastructure? That's really not that bad. I mean, that's really not that good. It's not bad, obviously, but it's just not that good. Or it's almost bad, I would say. Okay, so we do see some troops. We do have some Seleucids marching, taking, what is this? Is it mountainous terrain? If we declare war, they're going to have an opportunity to go and defend in the mountainous terrain, which we don't want, but yeah, but that is, I think this is the closest place to any of their territory. I mean, we could go through here, which is open. Okay, let's do this decision. It's only for 300 metal. We have so much metal that, yes, we're absolutely going to do this. The question is, what do we want more right now? It might be money. Well, we can kind of build... Now, let's do the manpower. Because we can kind of drag more things in for money. Money. You're all there because of loyalty. We'll make a little more money though. Again, loyalty's not too bad here. Just gotta keep an eye on it. Probably we need to do a better job keeping an eye on it in the future. Your loyalty's okay. Let's move this guy up. More money. Your loyalty's, yeah, a little bit in question, so it should just have 1 more turn and then that'll be over. Okay, well, I don't think we have much more to do. We may want to use our pirate ships to go raiding again. Yeah, let's go over to Colchis area, raid that. We can just kind of meander around the Black Sea, whatever we want to do. Okay, well, I thought we had more things that were going to finish this turn, but maybe they just took one turn longer than I expected. Actually, 4 things sounds about right. Well, no, it was only 3 things. This was not built, but... So do we go to war with the Seleucids this turn? I don't think so. Let's just keep an eye on them and see what happens. We'll end the turn. Should be making a lot of money. So they are forming a second army here. They probably do feel the pressure from us, but I'm not too worried about it. We have a 2-2 general. We have a really substantial army. We probably should build up a secondary one. What? What does this mean? Oh, if you go above your maximum. Huh. We're over our maximum. I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense, but I didn't really realize that was even a thing you could do. So we're actually still somehow positive. But, I mean, our metal's still in, like, great shape, so I don't regret our decision. The interlopers were defeated. Well, let's try to raid one more time here. Their effectiveness is still 2. See if we can get the Colchis people or this other Semitic independent. Alright, here we go. More things have been built. So, bonus of 5 culture from marble. Loyalty bonus, these are all good things. Market, not really what I wanted. I prefer the sea-focused ones. A ranch is probably a good thing to have because we do have enough smokehouses right now. But physician house is interesting. So drugs and herbs we don't have, but we get more culture from that. 10 health is still quite a good intake. This region does not appear to be suffering too much from disloyalty, so we don't seem to... Wait. I don't think there's a need to prioritize loyalty. Oration Tribune is pretty good. Let's see. Population of 10. Because training ground is always useful too, getting a few heavy infantry. Slot usage is 0. I mean, I didn't even realize the slot usage is 0 on this until now. Wow. Slot 0. Wow. Doing okay on slots here, but that does... I mean, it's only -1 infrastructure. That's not too bad. It's really not. And we do have lumber here. Is that a local trade good? No. Just imported somehow. Okay, well, let's move on to the other ones and come back to that. Sewers. Again, this is interesting, but it does require lead, which we now have in Anatolia. Slot usage -1. Not yet a concern. Okay, we also have this Oration Tribune here, and I think that here it makes more sense to do. I really do want the city walls, which will reduce our slot usage, but for both of these, it's not super important to get done right now, and I feel like the loyalty issue is quite a concern. So we'll do this. one. And you're now maxed. I didn't realize that, but no, I did, because we're racing to get to the next population. And Smokehouse is going to help us as well. So that was a good decision, I guess, to go with the Smokehouse. Okay, Amnius built, or Stoa? Amnius. Oh, Stoa has been completed. I don't even remember what that is. Okay, it's manpower and money. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Obviously, we want low slot stuff, zero slot stuff if we can, but if not, that was definitely a good purchase. And you know, the fact that these buildings are not, these regions are not producing buildings, it's not that bad because they're in provinces, which means they're just going to share their infrastructure with the other regions. Yes, that's really not that bad. Okay, going back over here, we still have this kind of tough decision. Market doesn't seem that... I think I kind of want to use training ground as just to buy me time. It also counts as a military building, so we can start stacking those up. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know about... I'm just going to do training ground. It's just a reset, basically. Okay, let's take a look at... Provinces are looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. So, how did the raid go this time? Did they raid? I guess we'll be doing that next turn. Light armor and short swords are fabricated rapidly to arm the plebs and the poor. Okay, so we have plenty of manpower now, which I think is going to be a good thing. We're probably going to want to use it. So do we declare war? It's really tough. So mountains, mountains, mountains. We have plenty of mountains to get through before we can fight them in more level ground, but I mean, honestly, the mountains might be a good thing. There's all these alpines with blizzards. I don't know if that's just mountain. Oh, mountainous. Okay. So I think alpine with blizzard means you can't move there, but it's a mountainous terrain otherwise. That is a lot of mountains. Just want to make sure that they're still at war. Maria and Saka, those are the two really big ones. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and do it. I think that this is like, it could be a bad thing, but it seems like the right time for us. Okay, so let's declare war and prepare to move in. We won't need our navy for this one, unfortunately, but that's fine. We'll leave them at home. I don't know, do we need any more heavy infantry? Or should we just keep getting more Pontic archers? Yeah, I don't know. This will be interesting. We'll see. I might be killing us. I don't even know. I have absolutely no idea how effective this will be. Now, mind you, I guess the one last thing we want to debate before we do anything more is where are our objectives? And they are all with Bosporus. Okay, you know what? I guess we're being led by the caller to the Bosporans, so we're gonna have to just go to war with them. Okay, here we have Caucasians. 100%, 100%. So I think we can just invade. I think we just go to war with them. Let's get this group. Okay, so which of these two has the best? Arbor. Boarding cost 2, no effectiveness loss. And you have anchorage. Yeah, so the best place to board from is here. Okay, great. We'll pull you guys out into the ocean. You guys are going to try to raid one more time. So have you try to raid here? I don't think it will succeed, but actually, I suppose that we really want these guys well rested for the next fight. So let's get them to just heal for a turn. And let's go ahead and declare war on the Bosphorans. They're cooperating with the Colchis. I don't know what they'll do. I'm not too worried about it. We're cooperating with the Armenians. Yeah, so it's kind of an interesting situation. It's supposed to be basically Armenia and Pontus against Colchis and Bosphorans. But we'll see if that actually pans out that way. Okay, good. So let's next turn. Kind of moving a bit slower in this one, which is me kind of getting my footing back after being sick. And I mean, we got a few. I have a few episodes ending. I mean, I have a few series. I have one series ending, and I've been doing a lot of streams lately. It's kind of a crazy. Right, it's Memorial Day, or sorry, Labor Day weekend, but things have been a little bit crazy. Excuses, excuses. Well, they just can't kick us out of the top tier. We're not even trying. We're taking people off. Culture, basically the only thing we want from culture right now is enough loyalty not to be rebelling. Okay. So let's move in. And I think we just go like this. Let's just load them here. I don't want to stay in the middle of the open sea for a turn. Spend metal to acquire money or manpower. Well, we know what we want to do this time. Sell it. Still got plenty of it. Alright, so 2 more turns for training ground. We finished the Oration Tribune. And the loyalty's slowly picking up. Monument. Again, this is, I just think, a really good one that we like have to use. Ooh, Stadium is slot usage 0. This upgrades from Gymnasium. It gives us slightly more manpower. We lose money, unfortunately. Small gain of health, small gain of manpower, but lose a significant amount of money. It says a 12% health bonus, but it only says 4 here. Not really sure what to believe. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with the monument. I don't know if it's going to help, but it's going to give us access to tier 2 buildings. It's a 0 slot usage. Let's just go for it. Keep things simple. If we know that's a good building, let's just build it. Don't need to overanalyze everything. So slot usage 0 means that this training ground is... This is the provincial capital, right? Yeah, Governor's Palace. Oh, Forge is quite good too. Not that we need more money. I mean, not that we need more metal. And also, not that we need more money. Loyalty bonus here. This is interesting. Probably not the way we want to go about doing it. Gaining decadence. I think there'll be other ones that don't gain us decadence. Alright, we have a lot of health buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually have 3 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s. Which is pretty good. We are missing 1. We do want 1 more food item to be able to get the next tiers of food. Let's see what else that we have available. Ranch, which I probably prefer. Just because we do want to provide for our smokehouses. And this one actually has a smokehouse. I guess they would rather import their smokehouse stuff because You'd rather keep spreading the love everywhere. Man, this is tough. Trading grounds buys us time. Actually, there's 2 slots available, but trading ground does buy us time. And manpower is actually not a problem, so let's go with trading ground. We may actually want the training soon. Okay, new population in Polemia. You've just really come alive since you aren't the capital anymore. Do need to get you more food too. And I guess that's it. So all we have to do is worry about this war. Alright, well, it's going to be a boat fight first. We'll see how that goes. I guess actually it's a little bit dangerous for us to not protect our infantry. So we'll keep our raiding fleet close by, and we'll send in the heavier warships. They might actually lose, but I don't think so. I hope not. It's possible, but I would say unlikely. I don't remember how many they have. I should have been like keeping track. Write this down on a piece of note paper. Okay, any other decisions? We can do slave markets. I think we still want to sell our slaves. It's going to give us a ton of money. And we're going to get even more money. That's like too much money, but do we want to distribute the slaves then? I do want to get rid of slaves though. 700 money, my god. So this is going to drop some of our population. We'll see what that ends up doing for us, but it should also lower our unrest. That might be the problem here. No, there's not that much. There's not that many slaves in these places. It's just having issues, but okay. We'll see how this goes. Is this battle? No. Well, that's probably the best, because we'd like to get our pirate ships involved too. Just to protect the flank kind of thing. Now, we're moving up. We got an extra token. I got an achievement. Probably it's for having full progress tokens and already being at a glorious state. Develop infrastructure. Produce more or instantly gain infrastructure points. Probably instantly gain it, because it just costs a little bit of money. Yeah, which we are very happy to spend at this point. Other decisions. Cross's legacy. With the treasury flooded with coins and gold, we are considering using some of these riches to acquire metal or manpower. I mean, 1,000. I don't think. Oh my gosh. The funny thing is, the only good that apparently doesn't decay. I mean, actually, the only good that decays is manpower. So metal and money, we might as well just sit on it. Boy, we could really actually do emergency levy now. It's kind of crazy. Okay, this is done in 3 turns, 7 turns, 9 turns, 12 turns. So we have plenty of time. I don't think emergency levy is going to be activated, but okay. Do we have any new buildings? New population due to healthcare. One more turn. Okay. Yeah, our CDR is just barely over 1, but we're still just doing so good. It's probably because of this. Pushing so hard to gain loyalty here. I mean, loyalty is pretty good. 76, not so good here. We'll probably have to do some, hopefully some loyalty bonuses there. Yeah, but otherwise, 84, 83, not bad. 82. I'll take the 82. I mean, this is so much money. We have more money, more manpower, and more metal than we know what to do with. Honestly, I think that the best thing for us to do with some of this is to build up our fleet, and we might just consider scrapping the fleet when it gets too big. We need a regular shipyard to get those. Or I could just start assembling a massive pirate fleet. Why not, right? Let's get 6 more. We'll see what happens with all the existing stuff. So go here. Go here. Can you actually land? Yeah, you can. Okay, so go ahead and land next turn. This is hills. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if we can land there, that's just perfectly fine with me. We'll see. And I guess, you know, maybe it's nice to have a small population on standby. So we'll get 2 other archers as well. Just to support wherever, because it's going to be against the urban militia, wherever they attack. I think most of our places now have the palisades or something. Okay, you don't. You actually don't, but most of the places do. Okay, you also don't. And you don't. Okay, so maybe most of the places don't. And then the last 3 did. Okay, whatever. Whatever I say, it's going to look like the opposite. I think we have time to end the turn one more time. It'd really be nice if there was a notification to let you know when... so they moved off to the east. It'd be nice if there was a notification to let you know that when you're about to end the turn when you have an empty usable building slot. This is ridiculous. It's a 2-2, 19. I mean, I guess this is just going to be over very quickly. They're exhausted. The only one who wasn't exhausted died horribly. Oh! Took a blow there. And the rest of these look like they're going more or less how we expected. Yeah. Did take 1 hit. That was a pretty unlucky hit. But at the same time, it shouldn't matter too much. So. Ooh, the Getai just appeared over here. So we'll probably send our fleet east to hunt down... I mean, united. I think we'll send them down together. To hunt down this other fleet. Actually, you know what? Oh wow, we have a lot. We have a lot of stuff to do. We probably won't be able to do all this in this turn. Let's just take a look. Give me something to think about. Farm. Yeah, we do need 1 more here, but I don't. Oh wow. Okay, 12 food. If we have both wool and cattle, I think that might be worth it. Do we already have a smokehouse? We do. So this is probably, yeah, I would say actually this is worth it because we have wool here. We're importing the other one. It's worth it. It's one of the rare times when I think it's worth it. Well, it's not that rare, but wow. Whoa, boy, those banks can have huge impacts. Noble district, not interested. So yeah, let's just go with the farm here, which actually plays into the fact that this is the last slot. Oh, actually, we'll have to think about this because I might want to pick a 0 slot option if there is one. And since there isn't, I may actually want to reshuffle and wait for one. So let me choose the reshuffle option just as a reminder to myself. So there's a new population here, but I think we sold slaves, so we might actually be behind on some of these places. Although unrest should have gone down. Not substantially. I mean, we didn't have that many slaves to sell, honestly, so. And maybe 1... Well, I mean, we'll check this stuff in the next episode. We're almost at 40 minutes, so I'll go through these next turn, and we'll catch you then. So until then, thanks for watching, and take care.